everybody. This is Jermaine, but feel free to call me Street Life or Street throughout the episode if you want.
This is Rich. I don't have a nickname.
You've never had any type of nobody call. Did you play some baseball or some shit?
I did, but I didn't have a nickname.
No nickname.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. And welcome to BGE Street.
Yeah, so this is our second podcast. We have our other one. It's the X's and O's of life, and that is a more family friendly.
No, family. I mean, people down south use like framely. That's a word.
All right, fair enough. Well,
family friendly.
Yeah, that thing.
Framely.
Yeah, that too. This clearly isn't. Yeah, so this is just gonna be our introduction in a way. Like, we're not gonna do the straight intros we did in the last time. If you want that, go back to the X's and O's life and listen to that. You'll get to know who we are, and then you'll wonder where it went off the rails at with this podcast.
Yeah, we're a little bit less structure. We just, if we were shooting from the hip on X's and O's, this is shooting from the ankles. I mean, this is like pulling out.
What?
Shooting from anywhere.
Okay.
Like, you're not pulling your gun off your hip. You're pulling it from, from that place that nobody expects you to have a gun, like I said.
Like
an ankle holster.
Like in your ass?
Or, a chick that got a gun in her bun. The bun of her hair. You know what I mean? Like, a gun that's coming from anywhere and just bang. You don't expect it.
You can stop the download here. It's fine. It's not going to get any better. No. No, like you said, I mean, really, it's going to be a real... The best way to put it, it's going to be really how we just generally interact with each other. Like, there's not going to be, really any formatted stuff. It's just going to be, hey, this irritates me. Yada, yada, yada. The only formatted thing we're actually going to have is we're going to have a little segment called The Dumb Shit That Happened to You This Week, where we're both going to bring up some dumb shit that happened to us this week, and, that's going to be that. So, this isn't my dumb thing, but it's, I can't do it. All right. So, listen. The Amazon commercial with the girl with the mustache. I fucking can't. All right. So I don't know why we have to pretend that's okay. And
in case, just to give everybody a preference, like the commercial we're talking about, where the girl, she has a mustache and she's looking for ways to somehow either shave off this mustache,
no,
get rid of this mustache,
no aspiration.
And she's looking around the room and she's looking at men that have mustaches,
right,
as if that is okay for her, and she somehow goes to Amazon, orders a yellow dumbass jacket,
yep,
and just starts dancing throughout the class as if that made it better somehow. It's like, what point are you making here?
Yeah,
is that how you interpret it? You tell me how you interpret it. Rick.
It just makes me angry. It's fucking dumb. I don't get it. Don't look at Freddie Mercury like you're...
Yeah.
I don't... And then, so... All right.
Like, Freddie Mercury didn't even have a gap. He had, an overbite, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, like, if you ever seen, what's the fucking movie? Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
Yeah, it's a movie, but I never saw it because Queen's overrated, so sorry.
That's Freddie Mercury, right?
Yeah.
He has an overbite. Like he's like his front teeth is over top of his fucking lip. If y'all could just see my face, that's why he's laughing. Because I got a gap myself. I got a gap in my teeth. But my shit ain't no Richard Strahan motherfucking separate heaven and hell type of gap.
Richard Strahan. Who the fuck is that?
You don't know?
You mean Michael Strahan?
Oh, shit.
So later on in the year we're going to be doing a football podcast. Thank fucking God, Richard Strahan over here.
We might have to press stop on that, man. That's funny.
Nope. No, there ain't no stopping, no pausing. They're getting raw dogged here. So anyway, here's my big thing. So not only are they trying to make it okay for broads to have a mustache, which is just, let's continue adding to the media people making women feel weird about how they look. That's a great thing. Just be okay to have a mustache. All the guys are gonna be excited now. Thank God. That's gonna be the new fucking TikTok trend.
Yeah.
But then somehow or another she buys a yellow jacket and it makes everything fucking okay.
That's what I'm saying. She did nothing but buy a yellow jacket and a skirt, and she comes parading, sashaying into this damn classroom as if everything changed. No. As if whoever put it this way. Here I go with my hands.
Yep.
Put it this way. When you in high school, they call it the dozens or whatever. We call it capping. If somebody ripped on you and they capped on you yesterday, if you come in with a yellow coat and a skirt, they gonna continue to cap. There is no stopping. Like today's world, in these young clowns, cap means bullshit. But in my world, cap means playing the dozens. It means talking about somebody. So if you got capped on the day before, you think when you come in with a yellow coat and a dress and you still got the same mustache that people ain't going to continue to cap on you? They're going to fire on you even harder. Like, what?
Yeah.
Don't understand it.
Then they do the close-up, and I'm like... just no. Like, we get it. We see it. And I just don't know how you get from point A to point wherever the fuck that is. It just does. I don't. And then.
Yeah, what point is that? That's beyond Z.
Yeah.
I don't know where that point is. But, hey, to each his own. Some people like, hairy arms, hairy legs.
No. We're not gonna play this PC bullshit. Nobody wants a problem with that.
He said, no, shut that shit down.
Listen, if Tiffany came home with a mustache, I'm punching her in the liver and divorcing her. Fuck that.
He said, I'm punching her in the liver.
I don't believe in gender roles except there. I have hair on my face. You don't. That's a fair. I feel like that's fair.
Speaking of that, in all your life, have you ever seen or been attracted to a woman that may have a slight, not as thick as the one in the Amazon commercial, obviously, but you could tell that they may groom they're just a hairy person. Like, I mean, I've seen women with hairy arms and, that may have like a slight hint of a mustache and they still are attractive to me. Like, I mean, or is that a total turnoff to you? Like, you can't get past it.
I just told you I'd punch my wife in the liver.
So, remember, all right, let's go. You want to go there. If Eva Menendez.
Who is you mean Eva Mendes?
Eva Mendes.
You're just adding.
I'm just adding an extra syllable
extra
to
Mexican to it.
If she walked in this room today, in this couch, in this living room, with her fine ass, and she had a slight stash, you gonna really just turn her down because she got a slight one.
You're a fucking terrible person.
Yes, sir. I'll wait.
All right, what is she here to do?
Man, I am.
Like, is
I'm
is
Teddy
she down?
Pendergrass. Turn out the lights.
Is she
and
down
light
for the
a
cause?
candle.
All right. Oh man. Oh. All right, fair enough.
And right after, you got what I need. I mean, that's just the way it go. I'm sorry. I'm a look past that stash and get to the other stash.
Oh.
Oh man. All right.
This is not going to be a hairy show. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. He may have fucking beat his dick to a Yeti earlier. I don't know what's happening.
You said to a Yeti. All right.
So, real quick, something else here. One of the random ass fucking things I've done this week. I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I had a Twizzler in my mouth, and I actually lit the Twizzler.
Burnt sugar.
It's not really funny. It's just a look at. I'm a bit of an idiot.
As far as the dumb shit I did this week, I'm trying to think.
Well, not so. It's not necessarily something that you did that was dumb, or something just generally like irritating or stupid. Like I will tell my story while you think. So it doesn't really matter where I work. Not really going to name drop that, but I legitimately had someone this week try to explain to me that an app did something on its own instead of someone else getting into the app and doing whatever was done on this person's, account or what have you. He, instead of acknowledging that, hey, it's more logical for someone to have gotten into my app and did something, he thought that the app just did it on his own. And he was dying on that hill. It was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. The fact that he was so convinced that instead of logically, yeah, it makes more sense that someone got in there, someone hacked it, someone did whatever. No, it doesn't on its own. I do software development. And that made me think, then you should fucking know apps just don't do things
software development
on their own.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, your software company's tanking.
Yeah.
If you don't know what's going on there.
Right. And
that does. I mean, are you done?
Yeah, I mean, I can just keep stammering on about it. It's
I don't
just
want
one of the. No, please, stop me.
Larry foot and step on top of you, but I will.
Name drop, pick it up.
One of the dumb things that happened to me this week. Remember, you know what I'm saying, and we'll get into this later, but I'm going through a separation. And
well, they don't know that.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm
Oh.
talking to you, but they're listening. We're going through a separation.
We broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. And it got pretty ugly. It's one of those things where, right before I left, it was like, you need to leave, and I don't care if you got to stay in the hotel. I'm like, damn, is that serious? Is that raw? Yes. I don't care where you go. I don't care if you're on the street. This person turns around and asks me within 2 weeks, a week, maybe 2 weeks time, asks me to borrow some money. And my fire back was like, you told me to go live in a hotel and eat off the street if necessary. But you asked me for some money to borrow? Are you insane? That's the dumb shit that happened to me.
Yeah, that's a much better one.
Wow. That's like someone slapping the hell out of you in your face, hard as hell, and then saying, "You got some money on the gas?" Like, y'all in the car, they slap the shit out of you.
I don't think you can actually make an analogy
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
can't.
that's gonna be as good as that fucking like. You know what the analogy is gonna be? That's like someone kicking you out and asking you for money. Like that's
it's its own entity.
yeah. That's a whole level of
I just couldn't believe the
Yeah.
audacity to even formulate your lips, to even type that in
Well, you know
text
what-
in your hand.
Well, you know what it was? It was big clit energy. That's what it was. So there's that. Yeah, and please trademark that shit because I'm really trying to get that to go off the ground. Big clit energy. Yeah, because it's weird. You can't say girls got big dick energy because that just sounds weird a bunch. That sounds like they do have a mustache, and that's something we're going to avoid. So,
but at the same time, another thing that went on as far as this separation was always told that I am so about myself, and to the point, I'm a narcissist, and I'm like,
no.
what? So, and that prompted me and you, Rich, to have this conversation between the difference between narcissism, which is bring that up on your damn, you can't bring it up on your phone. What was the definition of narcissism again? The difference between narcissism and self-preservation.
Yeah.
Self-preservation is you looking out for yourself. Cat Williams shit. You got to take care of your star player. Your only star player in life is yourself. And if you can't take care of yourself, then you can't take care of nobody else. If you don't love yourself first, how can you pass out love?
There you go.
So there's a difference between, and some people get crossed up in between the lines between loving yourself and making sure you look out for yourself, and then being a narcissist, which is someone that's all about themselves. So hold on, let me go to dictionary.com.
From my memory here, from what it said, it was something that has a holier than thou.
Everything is the world revolves around you type.
And just from knowing you for as long as I have, you strike me as a self-preservation person. Never have you ever come across.
I've never been extremely selfish. No.
You've never come across with this kind of, hey, you are below me, and these other people are below me. These are my minions, and everything that happens around me that doesn't even involve me includes me and involves me. That's essentially what the narcissist is. And, just the inability to actually have... It's like a fucking sociopath. That's what it is. Self-preservation to me, man, is just really, I'm going to make calculated decisions that put me in the best position to win.
But like I said, arguments will go down where it was like, you're so about yourself. Everything's about you. And it's like, yeah, I got to make sure that, I'm okay before, I can help you and anybody else out. Like, what? What?
You know what you do? You turn around on her and be like, okay, let's make it about you. Go pay a bill. Oh, you don't want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's about me.
Now, yeah, it's about me now.
Okay, here we go. The definition this is dictionary.com. A little advertisement jumped over top of it. Okay. It says inordinate fascination with oneself, excessive self-love, vanity, erotic gratification.
Oh.
Derived from admiration of one's own physical or mental attributes. Being a normal condition.
So you get a boner from getting a boner.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. God damn.
Normal condition at the infinite level of personality development. And you know as well as I know, motherfucker, I am not And
You were
I never
not-
have been a big pat on the back person. Whenever accolades get heaped on me, I kind of push into like I don't need all.
You're not
that.
smart enough to be a narcissist. is that what you're saying?
You said I don't even have the brain capacity to love myself that much.
No, but like that's
fascination with myself?
And full disclosure, we kind of already had this kind of conversation in the kitchen, and it was one of those deals where, a week ago he told me this, and I was like, how the fuck are you a narcissist? Like, how? Because at that point, and once again, full disclosure, you thought what you were doing
I was
because
like,
you
am
were
I a
told,
narcissist? Yeah.
right? Like because you were just like, no, I just don't put myself in shitty situations because I don't want to fucking die. I want to be successful.
Yeah.
You thought because you were being told that because you were getting gaslighted essentially, and that's what which is super fucking ironic because she's a narcissist.
Yeah.
Anyway, putting like because it's so fucked up that it's funny, and it's just, it's not funny, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't. The person that's name dropping and name calling is literally that person that's doing it. Anyway, at no point at all how you explain how you operate and how you live your life did not cover anything with narcissism. But you were told that you were this, so then you were convinced that you were this. And you were convinced of some shit you didn't even know what it really was.
I didn't know the.
You were just,
I was just
you were rocking the title.
I've heard the name. I've heard the word, and you know what I'm saying. I don't use it. You know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. I'm a highly intelligent person. It's just not a word I had a lot of run-ins with. It was just one of those things where I would hear it on like a show, Criminal Minds, or some show where a serial killer is involved. And be like, oh yeah, he's a narcissist.
And as we all know, all the most intelligent people in the world watch Criminal Minds. So yeah,
don't fucking shit on Criminal Minds. Criminal Minds is a great show.
I don't watch it.
You don't watch shit.
I don't watch anything. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, we wanted to bring up that conversation again because it's. I don't know, I think it's important to, and here's where I'm on my fucking soapbox here, but whatever. I think it's important to kind of be able to differentiate that with yourself too. Like, it's okay to put yourself first. Like, I get it, family, kids, yada, yada, whatever. But just like you said with the love thing, you can't
fully love someone if I don't love myself first.
Right. And you can't take care of your family if you can't take care of yourself. Because if you're holding that torch and you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take care of this, and this. Well, you need to be able to be there in many facets in order to do that. So I just think it's important for people to maybe kind of reevaluate how they look at that stuff and realize, hey, it's cool to put yourself first sometimes.
And you don't consider that, like, if somebody told you that's being, okay, let's use a different word, but kind of means the same thing. You're being selfish.
You're a cunt. We're fucking name calling. Let's go.
How do you get around that? It's like,
I don't have to, because here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what people think.
True.
Like, that's the beautiful part, because it's kind of one of those deals where it's like, all right, well, you can consider me selfish, but you were seeing this one action. Let's weigh the other.
But at the same time, I'm not a charity kid. What do you expect? I'm just going to get up and go to work, and I'll just hand my money out to everybody in the world and say, and do a song with Michael Jackson and says, I'm the man in the mirror? Like, I'm just giving out money to everybody? I'm all over the place with that one.
Yeah, you were.
I'm just saying, like, I'm taking care of me and mine first. Like, and then maybe I can.
But like I said, like with the stuff that you have done and how and what you've actually explained, it's not like you did that. You just didn't do dumb stuff. Like, you made sure you made calculated decisions, like a fucking adult. And then you were then chastised because it's like, you're not just freely giving me money. It's like, you know who does that? Jobs. Jobs freely give you money, but you have to go there and provide a service.
provide a service or something that you
Right.
do that they reward you for.
Right. But I don't know, that it was one of those weird things when you told me that. I had this roller coaster of annoyance and just absolute hilarity of like, I don't understand how people can say that to people that are actually not that, when in all actuality they are that thing. And then I realized, oh wait, that's what those people do. And then it all made sense. So let's see what we got on the docket here next. Yeah, you know what? Let's we had a I don't know why we had this conversation, but it happened. Neck tattoos are fucking weird, and face tattoos are even weirder. I feel like if you are of that ilk. Now look, I'm a very, I don't know, would you consider me a very tattooed person?
Yes, you have a whole fucking sleeve.
All right, fair enough.
Across your arm that you're tatted up.
All right. So, I'm a tattoo connoisseur. So, I feel like there is a weird, like, you know, self-deprecating humor thing here, but it's not actually humor. It's really like, hey, don't get your fucking face tattooed. It essentially, I don't know, I know tattoos aren't as taboo as they used to be, but I feel like
the only tattoo I have on my body isn't even a real tattoo. Like, the tattoo I have, I only got one tattoo on my body, and it's a jailhouse tattoo. And when I say jailhouse, doesn't mean that I was in jail while the tattoo went down. It means that it was a tattoo that was on the back porch of my boy's crib, my boy Pratt, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I probably should have name dropped, but I did, you know what I'm saying? And they can appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? I was on the back porch, drunk as hell, and there was a guy that, you know, had artistic skill, so to speak. And he said, you know, I can give you any tattoo you want, you know, and it was one of them things from being from Aliquippa. You know, I wanted a tattoo of my crew, you know, and my crew's numbers is 151. And the only tattoo I got is a tattoo on my right arm, and it says 151. But it was done, when I say jailhouse, the difference between that and a needle that you go get done professionally is this guy actually had a real sewing needle. Like a real sewing needle that all he did was take some type of ink, black ink that he had got from like an art class or some shit, and he dipped this needle into this art ink, and he poked my arm like several times. Like, not a machine, his own hand-driven manpower, so to speak. And he tattooed this 151 into my arm, and it's still here to this day. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only tattoo I have, but that's not to say that I didn't want more tattoos. I do, you know what I'm saying, favorite tattoos, but back to what we're talking about as far as on the neck or on the face.
You're basically just saying, hey, you know what I don't want you to do? Hire me. Because it's just like, it's just, you, look.
How is a neck tattoo or a face tattoo professional in the business world?
It's unless you are a tattoo artist, it isn't.
You want to display
Look,
your work.
I'll tell you this. If I see a white dude with a neck tattoo, I immediately think white trash.
Damn.
Immediately.
Damn. This could be the most intelligent,
because I immediately look at you, I'm like, I am willing to bet you have either beaten your wife or touched your kids. One of the two. But like, if you're not a tattoo artist, that's where if you're a tattoo artist, okay, I get it. It's a part of the deal, whatever. maybe even if you're a musician, because that kind of comes with some of the territory too. But if you're like,
well, when you are a musician, it's one of those things where you have a occupation where
you don't have to worry about being hired.
You don't have to conform,
right? You don't got to worry about being
American principles or American society because you are an artist or an artiste, so to speak. So
fuck off. Good God. Anyway,
you are an artiste,
right?
So 21 Savage, he has a tattoo like dead smack in the middle of his fucking forehead of a cross. It's like,
that's
what
dumb.
job are you going to ever get if everyone stopped buying 21 Savage albums? And I'm not advocating for no one to do that because I'm not a hater of 21 Savage. Or Post Malone. Like, I'm not a hater of him as well, but his whole face is tattooed up. The only reason, I ain't gonna say the only reason, because I don't know his logic behind what he decided.
There wasn't much
for his tattoos, but if he was in the society that we live in or the jobs that we have to get, there is no way he would be able to
getting a job. Like there's no way you're getting that job. Or I think that's what it is. Like you, especially now where you can hit a single and you're done. Like you don't have to do anything ever again in your life. So you're like, well,
if you get a
good fuck
hit,
it. Let's get a Sharpie and get someone to put some stuff on my face because reasons. Like look, I've told many of people the story of my tattoos. I didn't think of a single damn thing on my arm. My tattoo artist, I had like this shrunken head thing because I was 18. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be rad. And I was like, yeah, it's not rad. It's cool. So I just started getting stuff done. And I was like, look, I don't really know what I want. I'm going to kind of trust your artistic kind of, freedom here. Right. And like, anyone that's gotten tattoos done professionally, they have that little parchment paper, whatever the fuck it's called. And they, it basically, they wet it and it goes over your arm or wherever and it outlines
a trace imprint.
Right. Exactly. So it's not there, but it's like, hey, this is what this is looking like, and they draw it up before and all that other yada, yada, yada. But I don't understand the logic of getting shit on your face. Like, I can deal with the neck tattoos in certain professions. If you're working at, like, Giant Eagle and you have a neck tattoo, I'm like, yeah, you made 14 fucking bad decisions already. So, this just fits your fucking bill. It's fine. But you start getting stuff on your face. It is I don't care what logic. Oh, well, my mom died in 92 and I got her name on my face. What the fuck? Why did you get it on your face?
And the tear tattoo. I mean, like, are you...
Yeah, I killed
It's
someone.
almost like...
What?
The tear tattoo to me is equivalent to going on Facebook with a bunch of guns in your hand.
Right.
And you got a bunch of drugs laying on the table. And you are self-incriminating.
Right.
So if you get the tear tattoo, are you not self-incriminating? Are you not telling the world you killed someone?
Right. And then
And if you didn't really kill someone, then you're that fake fucking clown that somehow wants to be known as killing somebody, but you really didn't do it, which is 20 times worse.
Yeah.
Like, if I've really killed somebody...
That's pretty fucking bad, man. I'm just saying. Like, I wouldn't say it's 20 times worse, but true. I get, because I'm like, but no, I get what you're saying though, because it's one of those deals where, yeah, you're self-incriminating yourself, but then also it's like, what if you want to be that reform person? What if you were 20 years ago, you were just this rambunctious young bull that just didn't have no type of sense, and then your balls finally dropped in your mid-30s and you realize, wait, maybe I should not be a dickhead and learn to be a person in society. Cool, that's great. Now you have a tear tattoo and you're walking around like a douche.
No, but at the same time, that same person is going to say the reasoning behind it is because tattoos can be removed. Like, I don't know the whole tattoo removal process. How does that work? Like, is it?
They have like a laser and it extracts the ink. It like pulls the ink from your fucking body. Okay. Apparently, it's
I'm assuming that that's a very expensive process.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's expensive. I know it's more than getting tattooed, and apparently, it's like 3 or 4 or 5 times more painful because it's literally just pulling shit out of your skin, which sounds miserable. So that's kind of why there's this big thing where, like, hey, look, man, if you're getting a tattoo, make sure it's some shit that you want. Which, don't trust me on that because I already told you my fucking story. But I do have veto power. You know, it's like, hey, I don't really... I think that's actually kind of why I like doing what I'm doing here with the ink, because it's like, I can look at this and say, hey, this shit doesn't mean a damn thing to me. There's two tattoos that mean something to me. It's my wedding ring and Tiff's name on my forearm. It's my masturbating arm.
He said my masturbating arm.
No,
I'm saying, but at the same time, if you and Tiff are no longer a thing...
We worked for 10 years.
You don't have to keep looking at that. You know, I mean, is there a way to get rid of that? You know?
Yeah, but I mean, I also thought, well, like, even if we didn't get back together after 10 years, right? She was a very important part of my life. You know, I mean, you know, if this what happened now didn't, I could see that and be like, hey, this is a...
I mean, it could be just... Because I've had... Just not for your personal satisfaction. Suppose you find another partner or mate and they don't want to see Tiffany on their arm because their name is Amber.
That's why you got to make sure that bitch's name is Tiffany. No, I've had other broads kind of say like, hey, I want you to get that removed. And I'm like, no. She's like, why? Because no. I'm not gonna do that.
A little bit earlier about the whole tattoo thing was not only is proper grammar. Not only are employers skeptical of the tattoo, we discuss what kind of message are you sending? Okay, if you're the manager and you hire a supervisor or you hire a representative of your company and they do have the face tattoo, whether you accept it or not, what kind of message are you sending as the said supervisor, said manager, said director, said vice president to roll that person out to deal business with another company with the tattoo on their face, with the tattoo on their neck? Does it destroy your credibility because you accepted this person?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any way that anybody gets off that unscathed, because especially if it's like a sales or a face-to-face thing. I know everything is like, you know, working at home now and all those things. So if you had
correct, I say everybody want to be politically correct and don't offend nobody. We're in a non-offensive culture. That's what we live in.
But there is a thing, you know, if you're working an office job and now it's all at home, I could see how, you know, and then you're not having to be on video calls with clients or whatever, and you're just, you know, pushing buttons all day. Okay, fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I still think you're a goddamn idiot for getting a face tattoo, but whatever. If you get hired for that, okay, cool. But if you were in marketing and you're in direct sales and you were in, you know, doing these presentations in front of, you know, stakeholders or shareholders, and you're like, so this, you know, here's my presentation, and then someone raises their hand, or like, is that a fucking duck on your cheek? Like, that's gonna fall back on, you know, insert company name here. It's like, hey, I don't know what they're doing over on that side of town, but they're I don't really want to deal with them because they don't respect us enough to send someone that looks professional, they have someone with a duck on his cheek.
But you know what that person's response is going to be?
Quack.
Good one. That was fucking witty. You jumped on top of that.
Yeah, I did.
No, but at the same time, their response is going to be, if there was a deal that was supposed to go down between two major companies, do you really think my face tattoo, if my face tattoo could block y'all from coming to a compromise or an agreement, then y'all maybe shouldn't have came to an agreement in the first place.
That's fair.
If that is the sticking point to us not coming to an agreement. And we're talking about millions of dollars, right?
No, that's actually brilliant. That's a real good point.
And at the same time, the full disclosure, we're not picking on any of you that are out here that have a face tattoo or a neck tattoo. We are not picking on you. It's just that it's just hard to understand.
Well, you know what? Here's a perfect opportunity for this. So, shameless plug. And these links will be in the description and all. Because, this is coming from an ignorant standpoint, essentially. For
Shed
me,
some light to us.
Like,
ignorance means not knowing, not knowing,
right?
Not fully
help. Like I'm all about open dialogue. I'm very opinionated. Do I think it looks silly? You're goddamn right. I think it looks silly, but I can also, I'm an adult and mature enough to understand. Okay, it may look silly to you. Does that make you silly? No, it doesn't make you silly at all. I just think the look of it is silly. But if you want to have some dialogue here and say no, so here's kind of my mantra and my idea. It's like, okay, cool, man. I respect that. I understand it. I wouldn't get it for myself, but if you have insight, like I said, I'll have the links to the Facebook and the Facebook pages, and you can put down in Spreaker. Actually, they have a comment section and all that too, and
feel free to add your suggestions in your comments to either one of the sites or the Patreon site to. With your subscription to let us know, what I'm saying, this is where you are coming from. This is where you explain, I am that face tattoo person, and this is where my logic comes into play. Right. And if you don't tell us, then we're going to continue to think the way we think with, no rationality. So give us rationality.
I don't know anybody with a face tattoo. So that's the thing. That's like a legitimate thing. I don't know a single person with a face tattoo. So I know
some people with neck tattoos, but the actual face, no, I only know celebrities or whatever.
Right. So this is like I don't have anybody to ask. So I've formulated my own opinion, and this is coming from a tattoo dude. Like I have 120 hours on me, so it's not like I got
but it's on your arm,
butterfly in my right. But if you think about when I started getting this stuff done, this is when you had to have your sleeves covered. Pun intended. Like you had to have it covered, because if you had anything like that in a business atmosphere, you were looked at like you had fucking leprosy. Now it's so much more socially acceptable.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's ever gonna get to like, hey, it's okay to have a fucking duck on your cheek. You know what I mean? And I hope the motherfucker that comments has a duck on his cheek. Because, I will literally come to your house and fondle your balls. I don't give a shit. You earned it. That shit would just be amazing.
You are fucking crazy.
I didn't mean to, send in that shameless plug, but, it was, it was a little shameless, but still, you guys need to know, our shit is in the description, so if you guys want to...
We are not discriminating against anyone. We are two guys that have been discriminated against enough that we have no right and we have no audacity to discriminate against anyone. You know what I'm saying? So
speak for yourself. Fuck these bitches. I'm just playing.
So, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to, this is a free show.
We want to interact. That's the thing. The biggest... we're not going to get into, the description of who we are and what we're doing necessarily, but I'll give you a quick kind of hitter.
Synopsis.
Yeah. That's a sexy word right there. See, I got all sensual with the voice and everything. Ooh.
You did. You changed it up to like deep, like. Oh.
I'm gonna look forward to hearing that one. Golly, huh? Masturbating arm, here we come.
Yeah.
Pun intended. Oh, now the puns are coming out. God damn. Anyway, it's what we want to have fun. This isn't put on. This is generally how we are. Anyone that knows either one of us or collectively the both of us, they can absolutely attest to. Yeah, they're.
This is the conversation that we would have. It's just that Rich decided to put fucking press record.
Let's record it, right?
This is what we will be doing at this point. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Just talking and chopping up and talking shit. But Rich decided to press record and let everybody else in. So
like it's 1:30 in the morning. My wife is in Dallas. That's what we're doing. The kids are probably not dead. I don't really care enough to look, so it's fine. But yeah, we wanted to kind of give you guys an insight on just the random shit that we talk about that we feel like I think other people would enjoy hearing our banter. But anyway, don't feel any type of way if you got neck tattoos, head tattoos, whatever. Don't be that sensitive about it. We're just kind of like shooting from the hip a little bit, kind of just some things
from the ankle. And from the fuck the hip, the ankle, from that gun that's in the bun of the hair of your bitch, we shooting from anywhere.
Okay.
You still don't understand that reference. That's from a Jay-Z song. Like he said, I got a gun in the hair or the bun of my bitch.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah, I mean now that you said it's a lyric, now it makes more sense. I thought you were just like pulling things.
No, I am.
I was gonna say like don't scoff like you don't pull things out of
no,
nowhere.
I mean I'm not gonna take full credit for that because
you and Eva Menendez over there, and
with her mustache
and Richard Strahan, fucking idiot. Like, now that he doesn't even play football, you hear his name more and you still fucked it up. That's the best part of it.
I think he's doing like 2 shows. I think he's doing like the Pyramid Show and the Good Morning America and all that. And I still fucked his name up.
It's fine.
So, where we at?
We are at 47 minutes here. So, here's what we're going to do. Because we got a few other things to talk about, so we're gonna leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger here. So what we wanted to get into.
Let's leave you with the cliffhanger of we like to talk about what would you do.
Oh no!
For a certain amount of money, like me and one of my coworkers. Or my former coworkers, Avery, we used to always be in the office.
Pick it up.
Avery can attest to this. She's cool with it. We used to be in the office, and as supervisors, and I'm not gonna name drop the company we work for, but the same company that me and you met each other at. But at the same time, we used to always say, "Would you do this? Would you do this for a certain amount of money?" And I'm not talking about the egregious shit where, what I'm saying, would you, jump off a cliff, or would you do this, or would you do that?
Well, don't give him too much here. Hold on. You don't know how a fucking cliffhanger works. You're doing a goddamn thesis statement.
We would talk about small stuff like, for only $5,000, would you kiss this broad, or would you fuck this dude, or would you, sniff the seat of a motherfucker that farted or some shit. Crazy shit.
Okay, what else are we going to talk about? Because you're just blowing your load over here.
Stupid shit, man. We got tons of shit. I mean, we could just run the whole show on the next one on that one, but it depends. You know what I'm saying? But tune in. You know what I'm saying? It's been great talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's been great talking to... Actually, I've been talking to Rich. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have been a witness to that.
We're still super green on this, and we forget that we're actually doing work here. Like, because that's essentially, like, what we're trying to do is make this a job. Like, that's kind of the end game here. But there are definitely times where both of us are like, oh, shit, hold on, we're actually doing a podcast. We're not just talking. And that's not even a put-on thing. That's like, oh, wait, I have to keep looking over there. I'm like, did I press start? Because I don't remember if I did or not. But, all right, we're doing the how much would it cost to fuck the couch thing.
And on top of that, you know what I'm saying, another thing we got that's coming is some of these commercials that come out with these medicines. And
oh,
Cialis
Jesus, God
and
damn it. Okay, enough.
fucking
Listen, understand medicines and doctors. We're just going to leave it at that. Just, you want to...
Those commercials where...
Fire of 1,000... No, don't even... No, stop. No, this is mine. And there is a hatred of a fire of 1,000 suns. That's, pun intended, coming in hot on that one. All right. We got anything else you want to yap about on the next one?
No, I just really appreciate, all you guys that are listening out there. And, I'm sorry if we offended anybody tonight, but at the same time, I'm not sorry because this is the intent. And the inscription,
not the intent, but
we don't really. Yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say we don't intend to offend.
No, right? I mean the intent is to be as raw as possible,
okay.
To be as real as possible. Like I'm not intended. Yeah, you right.
The way that came across, I'm like,
yeah, it did come out like that. Like I don't mean to.
We don't mean to offend you, but
I offended you, and I don't give a fuck.
I didn't mean to offend you, but fuck your mother.
No.
What?
I don't mean that.
No.
We have our family-friendly show.
Right.
And this
was
one of the one family.
No, what's the show called?
Oh, BDE.
No,
BDE Street.
The other one.
What?
Oh, God,
X's and O's of life.
I tried to set you. I tried to put it on a tee for you.
You tried to hand me an alley hoop, and I fucked it up.
you hit your head on the backboard. I do good, boss. No, you didn't.
So, you know what I'm saying? We really appreciate y'all listening in, and there's going to be more of these shows to come. At the same time, there's going to be more of the family friendly. I can't even get out of the
They're going to think you're special needs.
Blocks. Huh?
They're going to think you're special. You keep saying family like that because you can't say family
because
you're trying. No, I've heard it. But I feel like you mean to say family, but then you're saying family, and you're coming out saying farms. Farmery.
It's hard to jump out of that block.
I get it.
I mean, when you hear the 1, 2, 3, like, and you are in that block, and you are running in that block, but you don't understand.
Hell no, I'm very confused. You're running in a block?
Have you ever done track and field?
Do I look like I've done track and field?
Track and field, they put you in these blocks, and they make you put your foot on these little stupid blocks, and and then they say ready, set, and then everybody move up, and then they shoot the gun, and everybody start running. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different story.
What the fuck does this have to do with family?
Because I said I got in that family block where it was like, go, and I had already took off. And it was hard to come out of that block and to go into family. But that's a whole nother story.
Your analogy game is intriguing. It's complex.
It is what it is.
I like it.
But at the same time, thank you for all you listeners.
Yeah.
Please continue to subscribe and to listen to us. And we're going to continue to provide excellent and authentic content. None of it is scripted. It's coming from every shot in the place on the body, so to speak. And if this is too much for you, find our family-friendly episodes of X's and O's of life.
And if it's not, still go there too. I mean, just saying. But
it's been great, Rich.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I will end it with the toodles, bitches, and we'll see you next time.